While hiking near the railroad in Mission Park, San Antonio, this man took a photo. But when he reviewed it, he noticed something strange. Two unexplained figures standing in the distance. The image left him stunned, unable to make sense of what he had just captured. For years, local legends have told of ghostly children pushing cars off the tracks, but this sighting was something different. Unsure if there was a logical explanation or if he had encountered something truly paranormal, he shared the footage online. These guys were exploring a haunted abandoned train tunnel to see if the rumors about it were true.
People have reported hearing a phantom train coming through this train tunnel. There's no tracks or anything.
Just mud.
Just mud. Salamanders.
Newts.
That... What the freak?
It sounds like it's about to run us over.
No.
They never expected to actually confirm the stories, but what they experienced left them absolutely shocked. One commenter suggests that distant train tracks might explain the sounds. They're loud enough to be mistaken for train horns, but strangely that's not the case. No other trains run nearby, leaving the mystery of the ghost train unsolved. On October 27, 2024, a man visited an abandoned railway station and captured something chilling.
के 12 बज रहे हैं और आप लोग देख सकते हैं दूर-दूर तो कोई नजर नहीं आ रहा इस रेलवे स्टेशन पे नजर आ रही तो सिर्फ वो औरत यहाँ पे देख सकते हो भाई रात के 12 बजे.
He spotted a pale woman sitting alone on a bench, perfectly still. Later, he claimed she wasn't human, but a spirit haunting the station, forever chasing trains that no longer stop. Locals say she's the reason the station remains empty, day and night. When he glanced down to review his footage and looked back up, the bench was empty. The woman had vanished, reinforcing his belief. In October 2011, 3 girls in Utah made a reckless decision to stand on train tracks as a train approached. They wanted to capture the moment in a photograph, unaware of how deadly their choice would be. Mere seconds after the picture was taken, tragedy struck. The train hit them. 2 of the girls died instantly from the impact. The 3rd girl survived, but was critically injured. She was rushed to hospital and placed on life support. However, her injuries were too severe, and after some time, she was taken off life support, succumbing to the tragedy. A hiker was deep in the woods when he saw train units approaching.
Some weird stuff. I'm gonna see if... I think I hear 2 of them. I don't think there's anybody on them either. See if I can hop on one of these. No.
Curious, he considered jumping on to see how they moved, until he saw what was inside the next unit.
Kind of weird. Here comes the second one now. See if I can hop on. Oh, hell no! Nope.
A skeleton sat at the controls. It was likely just a prank, but still a disturbing sight when you're not expecting it. This image is 4 years old and was taken in India. According to the account, a Redditor's friend casually took a selfie while waiting for the train, with no one around. However, when he later reviewed the photo, he noticed a figure with a grey face, dressed in white, standing right behind him. The Redditor, unsure whether his friend had edited the photo, reached out to photo editing experts, who confirmed that the image had not been altered. To this day, the friend still insists he was completely alone that night. But clearly, he wasn't. Redditor Amy Dancing Again captured a strange, ghostly voice during her visit to a World War II train tunnel in Darwin, Australia. On that particular day, they were the first to arrive, ensuring no one else was around. Most viewers on Reddit found the timing and movement of the camera convincing, but the real mystery remains. What exactly was the voice saying? This video was recorded in San Antonio, Texas, where a set of railroad tracks is said to be haunted by the spirits of children who tragically lost their lives in an accident.
San Antonio, Texas, with the haunted railroad tracks. Gonna see if this works. Out here, you put the vehicle in neutral, supposedly, and some kids that died out here push you over the railroad tracks. So we'll see if it happens, if it works or not.
A couple decide to test the story, dusting the back of their car with baby powder in hopes of capturing evidence.
Vehicle in neutral, and I'm gonna turn it off.
And we're moving.
Oh my god. We're like getting pushed over right now. The car is off.
Car's off. My foot's right here. Nothing's on.
Oh, we went over. Ah!
To their surprise, the vehicle started moving on its own, rolling over the tracks.
Oh my god.
When they checked, small handprints were visible in the powder. While it's easy to think this could be staged, several similar videos from people at the same location suggest there's some truth to the story. A young woman was exploring an old abandoned World War II train tunnel when she stumbled upon something terrifying. It looked like a human body crawling out from the tracks. At the time, she only saw movement and ran, but when she reviewed the footage, she was just as confused as everyone else. What was it? Reddit user glad_salamander2361 conducted a spirit box session at an abandoned train station one summer day. While there, they spotted this dark figure standing motionless for 3 minutes. Despite attempts to communicate, it remained unresponsive. When they turned to leave, they looked away for just 2 seconds, and when they glanced back, the figure had vanished without a trace. However, they managed to capture a photo of it. The user isn't sure whether it was a shadow figure or something else, leaving it for the commenters to decide. Brian Garcia, an urban explorer, entered what he believed was an abandoned railway tunnel in Mexico with his friends. However, they soon realized they were actually on active tracks. Terrified, they ran for their lives.
Oh shit! Oh! Run! Run!
Luckily, they made it out just in time, but it was an incredibly close call, stressful for both the explorers and the train driver. YouTuber Lewis Clark and his 2 friends spent their day exploring an abandoned train in the middle of nowhere. They ventured into the old carriages, finding nothing but decay, nothing too interesting. But just as they were about to leave, they stumbled upon this.
Oh, shit. Right, get into the carriage and we'll come, let's go.
What the?
What is that? What? What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Just go, just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we need to get out.
Fucking go.
They quickly ran away in fear and seemed to have passed even more suspicious bags.
Fuck! Ugh. There's mud everywhere, Anne. Wait, is that a body? Is that a body? We need to call the police, mate. We need to. Oh my god, this has happened before, but this happened. Ow, I hit my fucking head. Fuck!
Shaken by what they had just encountered, they began to feel sick.
Mate. fuck happened?
I assume they called the police right after, but what exactly happened remains unknown. This photo was taken at the railway of an old mine. At first, it seemed like just another old image, but upon closer inspection, something disturbing appeared. In the background, a figure lurked. Someone or something that wasn't supposed to be there. It didn't look human, but more ghostly. Was it just pareidolia, or did they capture something truly paranormal on camera? A mother and her child were walking through a railway station in India when the unthinkable happened. The child slipped and fell onto the tracks. A train was approaching fast. There were only seconds to react. Just as it seemed too late, a railroad worker sprang into action. Thankfully, both made it out unharmed. But one question remained. Why didn't the mother do anything to help? Late one night, two friends explored an abandoned train station in Ass, Belgium. As they arrived, strange noises filled the air.
Gast, daar staat dus een verlaten trein. We staan nu bij een verlaten treingebouw. En daarachter, je kan het niet zien op de camera, maar daar staat ook een raar gebouw. Maar er komt kankerenge geluid vandaan.
We moeten wachten tot ze iets afspelen, nu hoor je niks.
Nou, ik denk niet dat je het hoort op de camera, maar je hoort echt hele duistere...
Oh, hier hoor je het weer.
En dan hoor je opeens kerkklokken en zo. Wat de fuck is hier gaande? Nou, nu is het weer stil. Toevallig net als ik mijn camera pak. En eigenlijk willen we dus die trein in. Maar er staan dus ook camera's en zo. We'll keep you up to date, man.
A dark warehouse stood behind the trains, and from within came unsettling sounds.
What the fuck, ouwe? Wat... Ik zit het kankereng.
Distant thuds, scraping metal, and an odd mechanical hum. As they crept closer, the noises intensified. Then suddenly, flashlights appeared on the tracks. The friends quickly retreated, watching from a distance.
Er zijn mensen in de trein. What the fuck gebeurt daar? Er lopen gewoon mensen in die trein en we horen kankerenge muziek. Zullen we dichterbij? Gast, ik wil kijken, ouwe. Ik moet weten wat er is. Ik moet het weten.
The figures holding the lights weren't just passing by. They moved carefully, scanning the area as if they had heard something. Despite their nerves, the friends decided to investigate one last time. The eerie sounds became clearer. What the fuck? But as the flashlights returned, they panicked and sprinted back to their cars. When they finally gathered the courage to return, the sounds had stopped. Venturing to the other side of the building, they found nothing but dirt, mud, and train tracks. Searching for answers, they asked two women in a nearby building about the noises, but they only shook their heads, warning them that it was dangerous to be near the tracks at night. Determined to uncover the truth, the friends returned months later.
Oké,
Nu ga ik even stil zijn dat je die geluiden goed kan horen. Ik zie mensen lopen in de trein. Ik zie mensen lopen. Zie je de lamp? Ze zitten in de trein.
The eerie sounds are still there. The men in overalls still moved through the trains. Suddenly, a chilling scream pierced the silence. And then, this happened.
Schreeuwen.
Mensen schreeuwen.
Ik hoorde ook mensen schreeuwen, hoor. Gast! Yo! What the fuck? Ik weet niet of je het hoorde. Maar ik hoorde net een man schreeuwen. Fuck, dit kan toch niet? 2 maanden later. En gewoon precies hetzelfde. Zo. Waar we nu een beetje mee zitten is dus het licht. Yo, er lopen er mensen. Er lopen er mensen, gast. Yo.
Later, in search of answers, they asked a hotel receptionist about the site.
Ik heb een hele rare vraag misschien. We waren met mijn verlaten treinstation en toen zagen we allemaal rare mensen in ladder op gas. Weet je ook mensen aan het weg zijn daar?
Nu?
Ja?
Geen idee. Ik weet dat daar een escape room is voor acteurs. Misschien dat het daar ook was.
Dus een escape room, oké.
Ja.
Oké, dankjewel. Er horen allemaal rare geluiden en zo, maar...
Ja, dat is van die escape room inderdaad.
Dankjewel. Gast.
Nee, dat verneukt alles.
Het verneukt alles, ouwe.
Bro, we konden naar huis rijden. We hadden, is het een escape, bro?
Nee.
Nu is het allemaal verneukt, bro. Dat meen je niet. Nu is er gewoon heen,
Nu moeten we die escape room ook een keer doen ook.
Ja. Nee, het mooiste is, dan moet ik er...
Finally, the mystery seemed solved. In 2013, a Reddit user captured a chilling photo inside the tunnels of New Haven, United Kingdom. The user insisted they were alone when the photo was taken, yet a shadowy figure appeared in the image. These tunnels hold a dark history, dating back to the Napoleonic Wars and playing a crucial role in World War II. Some believe it to be the ghost of an artilleryman, crushed to death when a cannon he was hoisting fell on him. Many people have reported unsettling experiences, strange noises echoing through the tunnels, and even being pushed by an unseen force. Could this photo have captured the ghost of the artilleryman? A lone hiker found himself deep inside a railroad tunnel, unaware of the danger he was in. As he walked, he thought he heard the sound of an approaching train. Trapped in the middle of the tunnel with no clear escape, it felt like there was no way out. Then he noticed a small carved-out safety niche in the tunnel wall. He threw himself into it just as the train thundered past, missing him by mere inches. Sadly, not everyone is so lucky. Every year, hundreds of people lose their lives trespassing on railway tracks, often mistaking active routes for abandoned ones. A Reddit user shared a chilling photo taken near old railroad tracks in Madras, Oregon, during a night walk with family and friends. Later, while going through the pictures, they noticed something unsettling in the background. 3 shadowy figures appeared to be walking toward them. Dressed in dark clothing, their faces looked decayed, almost zombie-like. But the most disturbing part? The group had walked across that very bridge, yet no one had seen anything there at the time. This train was rolling through the Australian countryside. Everything seemed normal, until it wasn't. Out of nowhere, a white shape appeared by the tracks. At first, it seemed like just a swirl of mist, but then it began to take form. It glided right across the tracks. Just like that, disappeared. The person filming only noticed it later when viewers commented on the video, realizing they might have captured a ghost. The YouTubers Haunted Finders returned to a haunted railway station, where locals have reported terrifying ghostly apparitions on the platforms and eerie phantom voices echoing in the dead of night. As they spoke with each other, something strange happened.
The man that got killed.
Yeah. We had some interesting responses last time, yeah?
Yeah, it actually said.
Using spirit boxes and EMF readers, they attempted to communicate with lingering spirits. While waiting on the platform, they began hearing unsettling noises around them.
What, a curse on this land? Did you hear that? Someone walking over there, and it sounded like a laugh. Do you know when you whisper laugh? Like sort of thing? I thought I heard that, and then it sounded like someone came rushing across there.
Yeah. He made a noise.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I just heard before. It sounded like someone running across, like.
Down to the far end.
What was that?
Growl.
Down to the far end.
What was that?
Growl.
They pressed on, continuing their ghostly investigation until an eerie sensation washed over them. Something was watching them. Then a shadowy figure appeared, only to vanish moments later, leaving them shaken. Could this station truly be haunted? These images recently surfaced on 4chan, catching the attention of online communities. A crashed UFO can be seen in the forest near a railroad. However, many pointed out a crucial issue. AI-generated images have blurred the lines between reality and fabrication. With advancements in technology, photographic evidence is no longer as reliable as it once was. The only true verification now? Direct eyewitness accounts, which remain rare. While on patrol, these police officers were contacted by a train conductor, worried he might have hit someone on the tracks. They rushed to investigate, and what they found was unexpected. Small shrines were set up along the tracks, carefully arranged with fruits. The scene resembled rituals seen in the Caribbean, hinting at possible spiritual or religious practice. Was it voodoo, a local offering, or something else entirely? They couldn't say for sure. Fortunately, no human was involved. 2 hikers found themselves in a terrifying situation at 3 a.m. inside a tunnel in Australia. As they ventured deeper into the darkness, they heard the distant rumble of an approaching freight train.
Yep, that's a train. Something goes on. It's going to be right on our side too. Holy fucking shit.
My ears are ringing.
Trapped in the narrow dark passage with no easy escape, they were fortunate to be close to a wider section where they could take shelter. Shaken but unharmed, they emerged from the tunnel, breathless and overwhelmed. Imagine if they hadn't found that wider section in time. The video, shared by Reddit user Rick MUFC, comes from Dehradun, India, where locals often report hearing eerie cries and screams near the railway tracks at night when no one else is around. Many believe these unsettling sounds belong to the restless spirit of a woman who lost her life in a train accident at that very spot. Those who pass by often claim to feel an unshakable chill, as if something unseen is watching. It doesn't quite sound like any known animal, so is there truth to this story? During one of the worst snowstorms in recent Cincinnati history, a car got stuck on train tracks in Glendale, Ohio. Take a look. With mere seconds to act, a maintenance worker and a police officer rushed in. Fighting against the snow and the weight of the vehicle, they managed to push it off just in time. A hiker was driving in Spain when he came across a road accident and began recording the scene. The video shows paramedics and first responders swiftly tending to the injured, while a damaged bus sits amid the wreckage, its role in the crash unclear. But what's most unsettling is what the hiker accidentally captured in one particular shot. In the background, unnoticed by those on site, stands an eerie figure behind the train tracks. Many believe it to be a humanoid, pale, naked, and with long arms. But it's hard to tell. The real question is, was it just watching, or did it have something to do with the accident? This is Siryu Miharashi Eki, better known as the Ghost Station. This is one of Japan's most mysterious train stops. It has no entrances, no exits, and no paths leading to or from it. Trains halt here, but no one can enter or leave. Just step out, take a breath, and soak in the valley's beauty. The station soon gained an eerie reputation. Travelers began reporting strange, unexplainable sounds echoing from the surrounding woods. Whispers, rustling, and distant footsteps with no visible source. Over time, rumors took hold, and the station earned its ghostly name. A TikTok user known only as a rail fan was driving through a remote area in Minnesota when he encountered a passing train at a railroad crossing.
Well, that ain't good. Don't know who's running that, but I mean, yeah, okay.
As he watched, he noticed something odd. There was no one on board. Viewers later analyzed the footage and pointed out a strange figure. The eerie sight left many questioning whether this was some kind of cryptid or just a trick of the light. The user remained unsure, but was certainly freaked out. While trying to cross a railroad in Etawah, India, something terrifying happened. An express train thundered past, and at the same time, another train approached from the opposite direction. Trapped between them, he desperately tried to maneuver his bike off the tracks, but time was running out. Fortunately, he managed to escape, only his bike was completely destroyed. Railway staff at Baotou railway station in China were stunned when they reviewed a CCTV recording from March 10, 2018. The footage shows a train pulling into the station, stopping as if picking up passengers, then vanishing into the distance. However, no actual train is visible, only faint outlines and headlights can be seen. One employee, after decades of working there, admitted he had never witnessed anything like it before. Some dismissed it as a recording error, others chalked it up to a glitch in the Matrix, while others believe it could be a ghost train. What do you think? This CCTV footage, captured near a lonely railroad in the forest in India, shows a strange event. A man is riding his bike when he suddenly stops, seemingly startled. Then a white, misty apparition rushes straight toward him. In sheer panic, he tries to flee. The encounter looks disturbingly real, as if the entity deliberately attacked him. However, the man in the footage was never found, leaving the mystery unsolved. This footage was recorded in an abandoned tunnel or mineshaft. Suddenly, a strange creature emerged from the ground, caught on camera. Unlike a typical rat, it had no visible tail, and its long, stretched-out body made it look much larger than any known rodent. Its sheer size and strange movements led some to wonder. Could this be an undiscovered species, lurking beneath the surface? A man was exploring a dark, abandoned train station rumored to be haunted. While recording his exploration, this happened. He felt something brush against his hand. At first, he dismissed it as his imagination, but when reviewing the footage later, he noticed a faint shadow near him, something unidentifiable. The unsettling realization sent shivers down his spine. Other than some eerie sounds, he hadn't encountered anything unusual. But what had touched him that night? A man stumbled upon a moving train deep in the woods on an abandoned rail track.
What do we got here?
Another one of those ghost trains. Except no one's driving. Huh. Well, that ain't good.
There were no signs of crew or passengers, just the steady motion of a machine running without guidance. It was as if the train had a mind of its own. The man was unsettled. He never expected to encounter something like this in the middle of the woods. These men were on a train when disaster struck. A massive tornado tore through Omaha, Nebraska, slamming into the train with full force. The sky turned dark and filled with swirling debris as powerful winds roared. Dust and dirt covered the train.
Cracked the shit out of our windows.
The tornado shook the train violently, shattering windows and rocking the cars. The area around them was destroyed, but thankfully they made it out safely. And now, let's watch some more scary vids.